This is the Hohem iSteady M6 kit. It's got a lot of features built into it, and it's even got some AI tracking. In this video, where you're going to check it out and see if it's something you should consider picking up over the other competitors. Hey, my name is Josh Haynes, freelance filmmaker, and I bring out videos that help you grow as creators. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Disclaimer before we get too far in this video, Hohem did send me this product to review and to test out for the channel. They are not paying me, and I am not sponsored by them. I am, however, sponsored in this video, but that is with Motion Array, and we will talk about them here later on in the video. So we've got a couple different categories to cover in today's review. We're gonna be talking about what comes with this kit, how good is it, what are the pros and cons, and as well my final thoughts, and do I recommend it to you. I will have links in the description below for everything talked about in today's video. This kit does have 3 different versions. You've got just the base M6 one that I've got here, and then you've got the M6 with a remote, as well as the M6 with a remote and a tripod. So let's dive into this. First things first, the case that comes with it is really nice. It's got some sturdiness to it. I like that. If you open it up, you have at the top some paperwork, which is a pretty substantial size book to go through. You're also going to get a cable. Mine is a USB Type-C to an iPhone Lightning cable. And then you also are going to have another box in here that's got the charging cable, as well as we've got a USB-C to USB Type-C. Then we've got a little baby tripod that's going to come with this. I will set this over here to the side. I like it that it just folds out really nice. It's very sturdy. And then of course you've got the hero of the show, which is the gimbal itself. And then up here you've got your light as well as your AI tracking. Going over the specs, let's start with battery life. Up to 18 hours under ideal conditions with gimbal fully balanced. 6 to 8 hours using the AI tracking and fill light at its highest brightness, as well as you have 3 hours charging time. You're gonna have pan 360 degrees, infinite rotation. You're gonna have roll at 335 degrees and tilt at 335 degrees. It can hold a payload of 400 grams. The mobile width can be anywhere from 58 millimeters all the way up to 98 millimeters, and the gimbal weight itself is 551 grams with the battery included. So setting this up is super easy. I attach the tripod to the bottom of the gimbal with the quarter 20. I make sure all the motors are unlocked. Then you're going to grab your mobile device. There is a nice little picture sticker on there until you figure out which direction your phone's supposed to go. I am just going to slide this in there just like so. Make sure it's nice and snug. And then I am just going to hold the power button for a couple seconds. It's going to bring the logo up, and then it's going to just balance it just like that. Now let's go over the setup of the light, the tracking, and how this thing operates. So you've got a mode button on the front that you can click through multiple times, that you can have any of the modes you like. I prefer pan, tilt, follow. That way it kind of just is following all of my movements. And then on the side where you can be pulling focus if you wanted to, and you had it set up with the cable, we are going to hold down the power button for a couple seconds, and then it's going to bring that light on. You can see it's right there. If you scroll the wheel, you can go from 1% all the way to 100%. Then if we just click the power button on the side, it's actually going to bring up the color temp. So we can go from 2700 Kelvin, scroll all the way up to 6500 Kelvin, and there's some stops in between. Of course, you've got the joystick on the back, so you can tilt this and move it in any which way you want. You've also got a record button if you had those cables connected and you were using an app that would receive that. Something that is really cool and unique about this gimbal is the AI tracking that is built into this little device on top that has no cables. It just links to it. It reminds me of the Sony microphones that use that hot shoe system in the top. It's just got some prongs here, and it just magnetizes, and you're good to go. You'll know you're good when you have a light. Give it a couple seconds, and then it will flash on. Boom, you know you're good to go. Now the front button that you hold down is going to give you sport mode, is also going to flip this around to be a selfie cam. So I'm going to hit it 3 times, 1, 2, 3. It's going to flip the camera around just like so. I can set that right there. If I want to track myself with this AI technology that's built right into that device, I'm going to hold the OK symbol up. It's going to give me a green light, and it's going to start tracking me wherever I go. If I want it to stop, I'm gonna hold my hand up. It is going to stop and be back to normal. I can click 1, 2, 3, turn that back around, and that works in either configuration. So if you're filming someone and you want them to also have it track them a little bit more, and you just want to walk and it kind of follows them a little bit better, That's super cool. The other thing that's probably my favorite about this gimbal is the fact that you can do an ultra wide mode. So we all know mobile filmmaking, specifically iPhones, they have a massive 24mm lens. That's just covering a lot. The problem is with most of those, when you tilt down or tilt up, you're normally getting this arm in the way. So they've thought of this. You just click 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to move the arm around to the back side of it. So now you don't have to worry about it ever getting caught. That is a brilliant idea. So I like that you can just flip that easily, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna flip back around. Boom, you're good to go. Now, of course, the M6 can also be set up in vertical configurations. Works great because I know there's a lot of people that like these specifically for vertical content. Before we get to my last pros and cons and final thoughts, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that is Motion Array. I've been using Motion Array for a while now, and for good reason. They really are your one-stop shop for all your video editing needs. Now, me personally, I am a DaVinci Resolve editor. I'm always diving into their video templates, being able to hop on motionarray.com, finding that perfect video template, downloading it into my project, and then just adding it, boom, I'm done. It makes my life so much faster and also saves me money because I'm spending less time looking for that amazing stuff. If you're wanting to check out Motion Array and you're looking for a sweet discount, use that link in the description below. You will not regret it. Motion Array has saved me so much time and saved me even more money because I'm able to pump out my projects that much faster. Thank you so much, Motion Array, for sponsoring this video and other creators just like me. Let's quickly go over the pros and cons as well as my final thoughts. Pros. It's got an amazing AI tracking into it. That's got to be number one. Pro number two, it's got a really good light built in that I didn't think I would use that much, but actually works really well as a fill light. And then you've got pro number three, again, one of my favorite features, that arm can move so you can do ultra wide shots and not at all have to worry about it. I don't know how many gimbals I've used in the past, specifically mobile filmmaking, and I cannot get an ultra wide shot from certain angles because as you jib down, it's going to wind up just being in the shot. Now, I'm trying not to gush over this and I'm trying to think of things that I actually don't like about it. It's a little on the plasticky side, but I like that it's not a whole lot of weight. The other kind of con that I would say about it is the battery life is not the best in the world, specifically if you're using the AI tracking thing. But on their website, it says AI tracking as well as the light itself being at full blast. I hadn't been doing that at all. So that 6 to 8 hours for me was going way longer. But honestly, out of all the mobile filmmaking gimbals I've used before and even putting this up head to head to them, I've got to say this is pretty much at the top right now. So when it comes down to my final thoughts, would I recommend this? 100%. If you're in the market for a mobile filmmaking gimbal, I would definitely check out the iSteady M6. I will have links in the description below if you are wanting to pick one up, as well as have links in the description below for Motion Array. You're amazing. I'm the Iron Giant. See y'all next time. Peace.